Hey, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a little bit different. I've been wanting to do this video for a while now. Since my brother is starting uni next year, I thought that this would be a great time to talk about university. Also, it is my last semester at uni, so if I was gonna make a uni video, I might as well do it while I'm still here. If you are interested in finding out anything about uni, I'm gonna be covering a lot of stuff in this video, so just sit back. It's gonna be a long one, I can already tell. I'll also be sharing my experiences and how I got into uni. Throughout high school, I was told I was never gonna get into uni. I wasn't smart enough. If you're kind of struggling with the same thing, if you're in high school, don't worry, high school will end soon. So at my high school, we had this career advisor who was the biggest bitch. She would be the one to help you pick your subjects, pick what degree you wanted to get into, how to get into uni. You want to go to TAFE, you'd kind of go to her and she would help you sort all that out. I know how rude and mean that sounds, but this woman told not only me, but my sister 3 years before me, her classmates, a few of them went through a huge depression because of things that she said to them. And my old family friend that graduated years beforehand told all of us pretty much the exact same thing, that we are not smart enough to ever get into uni. Told my sister that it would take her up to 6 years to even get into university, let alone graduating. Told me that I wasn't smart enough to ever get into uni, so I should consider TAFE. Now, I'm not saying TAFE is a bad option or anything, but I just knew I didn't want to go to TAFE. I wanted to go into uni. So with all that aside, I pushed through the odds and we all made it through uni. There's actually a picture of my sister's graduation right up there. That's a big F you to Miss what's her name. I'm pretty sure she's still teaching, so I won't mention her name, but she was not a nice lady. So I knew I wanted to get into uni and I knew that my career advisor wouldn't help, so I had to figure out my own way there, and I wasn't taking any ATAR courses. I don't know if they still call it ATAR or if they call it WASTE. I don't know, it's basically the exam that you do to get into uni, but I did ATAR courses, I just didn't do the ATAR exam. Still had to get into uni somehow, so I went through a uni prep course, which was a semester long, and it's basically just like a foundations kind of course where it gets you into the degree that you want to do. I wanted to get into commerce because I knew I wanted to do marketing. I did the uni prep course and I got into commerce, and I figured out that I didn't really like the whole business side to it. Found it very interesting, it's just not what I wanted to do, but I did know that I still wanted to do marketing. Found humanities as the degree and I switched over and I changed my major to mass communication. So mass comm allows you to stream marketing along with other units. The two that I chose is marketing and web media. That is what I'm currently studying, and I am in my final semester, which is why I wanted to make this video. I wanted to help you guys through if you are going through uni as well and the stressful times, let me tell you. Now you know a little background about how I got into uni, my high school experience, all of that. Let's get into the advice section. So the first and kind of just main thing I wanted to talk about in this video is figuring out if you want to go to uni or not. Now that's a huge commitment. It is 3 to 4 years of your life that you are committing to, and it is thousands of dollars of debt. If you know that you want to get a degree and you know that whatever you want to do in life you need a qualification for, obviously get your qualification, do what you need to do. But if you're trying to figure out, like out of high school, you're not too sure what you want to do, you kind of want to travel, but you kind of don't want to be left out because all your friends are going to uni, or whatever the case may be, there are other options. If you are like me and you didn't do WASTE or ATAR and you want to get into uni, there's definitely alternative pathways. Now, as my career advisor said, you can go to TAFE and you can get a diploma or some sort of qualification, and then that can credit you straight away into university, or you can do some sort of enabling course. And I'm pretty sure most universities now, or many universities now, offer these enabling courses. Definitely my university offers like 3 or 4 different alternative pathways. Look into it if you did want to get into uni. If not, there's TAFE, you can take a gap year, you can go straight into the workforce. Uni isn't the only option, and that's what I really want to stress in this video, because throughout high school, all they kept pressuring was it's either university or TAFE. There's like no in between, and that put so much pressure on me, as I'm sure other students as well. It makes you force yourself to figure out what you want to do with your life at the age of 17, 18. Let's be real, none of us know what we want to do at that age. Some may, but I certainly didn't. I still don't really know what I want to do. But I just want to reassure you that if you are thinking of what you want to do with your life, there is no rush. You do not have to go to uni straight away. So many of my friends took gap years. I personally didn't want to take a gap year. I wanted to get my degree over and done with, just because I want to be able to travel after I got my degree. Basically, the next step after that is figuring out what degree you want to do. You can definitely change around, like it does not matter how many times you've changed. I have friends that went from engineering to science, accounting to marketing, so many different faculties, and it doesn't matter, like no one cares. You're just figuring out what degree you want to do. I know some uni websites have the option to filter out what you want to do, so you just do a test and it generates a pretty generic field of what you could get into based on your answers. I would say have a basis idea of what faculty you want to be in. So if you want to do engineering, it doesn't matter what kind of engineering you want to do as long as you kind of know. I find that a lot easier, but again, you don't have to know what the fuck you want to do. You can literally go in blindsided and kind of just pick a degree and change if you don't want to do it. That's probably the hardest part about uni, to be honest, choosing what degree you want to do, because you don't want to stick around in a degree that you hate and you're going to be doing it for 3 to 4 years, and then you're going to have a qualification to something that you don't even want to pursue. I feel like the topic of making friends at uni is a bit daunting, because coming straight from high school, you have your group of friends that you kind of grew up with. You're placed in a new school and you don't know anyone unless you have the same friends going into uni with you. I personally suffer from social anxiety. Getting into these new situations freaks me out. I have panic attacks. It's not a good time, but I know that making friends is something that I really want to do, so I just keep pushing myself. Getting a lot better each semester. I kind of just force myself to sit next to someone and just make conversations, even though it's awkward as heck. But I know how daunting it is to make new friends in a completely new setting, and you're kind of just figuring yourself out. And that leads me on to my next topic, which is joining clubs and groups. The best way that I found friends was through a marketing group. There were so many amazing people, and all the marketing tutors were a part of this group, so that was a way to also connect with a lot of my tutors that I potentially have, and it just helped me network. And I'm still keeping in contact with a lot of those people that I met through this marketing group, and I think joining groups is the best way to make friends. Even if you're not in marketing, I definitely recommend checking out those marketing groups that are available, because marketing people are always the friendliest. Not to toot my own horn, they are the friendliest people. They know how to keep conversations. You just have a good time, so check them out. There are so many clubs that you can join, and I'm sure you find your interest in one of them. So this is something that I'm still trying to figure out, and if anyone can help me, please let me know. It is balancing work, uni, and social life. So I work part-time, and I'm also at uni full-time, and I also want to try see my friends every now and then. And I feel like I've kind of got this groove that I'm in, where I just go to work, and then like I stay up super late at night to do my assignments because I just work better at night, and then I go to uni the next morning, and it's kind of just this cycle, and I see my friends every now and then, but then I find myself just cutting everyone out and just getting super stressed out with work and then with uni on top of that, and it's just a mess. And that usually gets to the midpoint of semester where all the assignments are piling in. Balancing uni, work, and social life, it is hard, I'm not gonna lie. So once you figure it out, help a sister out, because I need some help. So getting back onto how uni structure is like, basically you have tutorials, seminars, lectures, and labs. I'm not sure about anything else because that's just what I've been exposed to. Now I thought this was a common sense that everyone kind of knew, but I guess not, because a lot of people actually didn't know the differences between these types of classes. So a lecture is in a huge room where there is a lecturer telling you the information, and then you go to your tutorial, which is usually after the lecture, so sometime in the week after the lecture, and that is your classroom with your tutor. That is the person that marks your work. That is the class where you do your discussion, you have group work, you make friends in that class. So your lecture is basically everyone that is enrolled in that unit, and then you go to your tutorial classes, which is your classroom, and that's where you do your class activities. So that is the difference between a lecture and a tutorial. And a seminar, from my experience, is basically just a tutorial that is longer and you cover the lecture. In a normal tutorial, you don't really cover the lecture, whereas a seminar, you have the lecture in the class and then you straight away go onto the class. I know with a lot of my units, they don't do in-person lectures anymore, they just do it all online. There's also the option of online classes, by the way, which I forgot to mention. So if you can't actually go into campus, you can just do it online. The question that I also had had was how long do these classes go for, how long are lectures, how long are tutorials, how long are your contact hours. Now my contact hours, 1 hour per lecture. My tutorial classes are 2 hour long, so each unit is about 3 hours, and I'm doing 4 units. 3 times 4, 12 contact hours. Great maths, Sabrina. My camera died and I don't actually know where I left off, so I think I'm just gonna end it here because I have talked for so long and I'm sure you guys are bored of my voice already. I hope this video helped anyone. I might do another part to this video just because there is a lot to talk about with this topic, and I want to talk about my high school experience and just high school in general because I think that's a whole nother topic on itself. I hope these videos are gonna help anyone. If you have any video topics you want me to talk about, then definitely let me know and I will get onto that. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you all in my next one. Bye!